Okay, take two. Because apparently there was a really bad lip sync in the last video. So, guys, I'm over here. I think. Orientation is locked. That fucking figures. Alright, I guess I'll just wait for people to show up. Yeah. Hi. Sorry about that. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I don't know what happened back there. Yeah. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hand sanitizer. Well, I don't have hand sanitizer over here, but, I should probably fix that. Hello, yes, finally the stream's working again. Yeah, I was live streaming something else like 5 minutes ago, but then there was a bit of a lag, so I tried to, get out of that, and apparently that led to me ending the stream, so here we are, take two. I drank hand sanitizer. That can't be good for you. Phoenix. Hi, Luca Miss. How's it going? Yeah, I mean, I'm just, in the earlier stream, I was kind of talking about my wisdom teeth experience, and, I realized there's probably not much to go on because, I was just there and done, and when it was all over, I was loopy as heck. Very nervous going in, though, but honestly, looking back, there's really nothing to worry about. Your dog drank hand sanitizer. Ooh. I don't think that's good for the dog either. Fantastic. Right now I'm playing Lego games on my PS4. Awesome, dude. Which one? I loved the Lego games growing up because my brother and I would play them so much together. We played Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, and I think Harry Potter too. Like Harry Potter's year 1 through 4, but oh my god, that's childhood. Especially the Star Wars games. I would, on dual mode, whenever my brother and I had to fight each other on Lego Star Wars, I kicked the crap out of my brother. He didn't like that very much. That was when we were little kiddos, of course. I'm on a date with SpongeBob. Oh, thank you, Shadow King. That's I love you guys. Like, you guys are all cool. And I mean that. It's Lego Force Awakens mainly because Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher are in it. Yeah. Oh, God. I get sad every time I hear Carrie Fisher's name and every time I see her on screen because I know that, she left us way too early. And she was Princess Leia. She was fantastic. I loved her. Hello, Phoenix. It's cool I got to catch you live for once. Hey, July, my old friend. How you doing? We're just chilling out. Just hanging out. Figured I want to chat with you guys for a change. And, if you guys want, we could probably turn this into like a Q&A session just for the heck of it. If you guys have like any questions about, what I do and, the things that I do for a living, or, if you have any questions about my voiceover career or about books I write or whatever, or just life advice, hit me up. I'll do my best to answer. Hi, do you maybe have tips for being teased at school? I really look up to you, so maybe you have some advice on that. I don't know. Oh, Ori Plushie, that's so sweet of you. But tips for being teased at school. So, I've been on the receiving that too, so I know how you feel. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with you, and you're okay. And I think it's very important that you keep that mentality. Sometimes, the long and short of it is that you got to remember is that sometimes in school, kids are jerks. They're going to make fun of something stupid. They're going to make fun of something that, that shouldn't even be made fun of to begin with. It's ridiculous, but it's important to keep a cool head and just remember that, they don't know any better. Just remember that you're perfect the way you are. You're awesome. Don't let people tell you otherwise. I mean, that's the best advice I can really give. And, I know what it's like to be teased, though. It sucks. And people are nasty. And sometimes the things that people say can really hurt. But, you gotta have like that, rubber attitude. Let that stuff bounce off of you. I mean, that's really the long and short of it. I'd probably monologue about this, but just remember, you're going to be okay. Just ignore those guys. Just ignore what they say, because at the end it doesn't matter, because you're cool. I'm just reading all your comments right now. So like, thank you so much for commenting on my voice comparison for Red Alert. Red Alert was so cool. Like, I wish they would bring him back. Like, I think my favorite incarnation of him was from Transformers Cybertron when I was a kid. When we were all kids. Like, I loved him with, like, his British accent and how he was, you know, he was always all, I hate always being right. He was so funny. I loved him. And, you know, I liked that, I like those technical Brainiac characters. They're fun to play. What is your favorite video that you made? Oh, that's a good question. I've had a few favorites, but I would think that probably... That's a very good question. It was really a handful of videos, but I would think it was like that whole scenario where Sans and Papyrus were taken into the void to confront Gaster and... excuse me. And, you know, they had to fight the void creature for a bit, and they finally got Gaster out of the void. Like, I loved that whole sequence. And I had to, like, divvy it up into, like, 5 different episodes, I think, because it was so long. But I think that whole section, that handful of videos was my favorite ones to do. Let's see. I'm good. I'm glad to see you seem to feel better after the surgery. Yes, I am feeling much better. Of course, the stitches in the mouth are a little irritable, but, you know, nothing I can't handle. Meds are really helping me stay relatively pain-free, so I'm in pretty good spirits. So thank you. What do you think about Glitchtail? Oh, I liked Glitchtail when I was in college, but I understand there's been a lot of stuff going around with the Cammy. There's been some problems. Like, I think I followed Glitchtail purely for Gaster's story, but you know, I think I've outgrown it a bit. And there are other reasons too that I don't really want to speak about right here. But wait, there are YT Shorts live streams? Cool. I'm no expert on these things. I mean, this is my first time live streaming on my phone, but how did you start practicing Sans or Papyrus voices? Also, I think the first time you said my name in the EKD stream for the little bit you did, I was so happy. Aw. I love making my fans happy. I love making all my viewers happy. For Sans Papyrus's voices, like, I basically just put on a voice and just did what I felt was right. So, in the case of Papyrus, you know, doing a little kid's voice is pretty easy. You know, you could just go high-pitched and be just all like, you know, I can sound like this, I'm a happy-go-lucky little boy, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, I decided to do that kind of thing for Papyrus. And when Papyrus became an adult, like later on in, like, Handplates, for example, I looked up some inspirations to figure out the perfect voice for Papyrus, and believe it or not, Jacksepticeye was my huge inspiration for Papyrus's voice, because, you know, I'm sure a lot of you watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough of Undertale, and he would always do voices for the different characters. And I did, you know, basically an imitation of what Jack's voice was for Papyrus. So I would basically go up here, I am the great Papyrus. And yeah, I just love doing that one. And I love to voice Papyrus whenever I can. As for Sans, obviously I try to do something a little more mature. Because, you know, Sans was, you know, the older brother of Papyrus. And, you know, he was older, wiser, just... And, you know, I wanted to make him, like, sound, like, a little more grown up. So I shot down to, like, that teenage voice, as I like to call it, that teenage boy voice. And so, you know, I would sing down here, and that would basically be it. And I tend to use this voice for Steven, too. You're so dark outside. Is that a reference to my sweater? I mean, it is a dark sweater. I don't know. Or maybe I'm dark on the inside. I don't know. Oh, you think your life sucks? How do you think it feels to be chased by the FBI after stealing your neighbor's SpongeBob figure? I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, that's funny. It must be a very valuable figurine then. If you ever want any voice actors for a Transformers project, I'd love to join because I've been doing Transformers impressions since I was a kid. You know, I haven't really bumped into Transformers projects lately. I would love to do one if I could find one. And in that case, I would be able to hit you up and honestly, right back at you. If you're ever in need of a voice for a Transformers project, I would happily participate because, you know, Transformers has been a huge part of my childhood too. So I would happily pitch in and do my part as a voice actress. But I could do like, you know, Alita 1, maybe Arachnid or RC, or, you know, maybe Hotshot, whatever you want. Or I could do my best. But yeah, anytime you need a voice, just hit me up. I will sub to you. Yay, Smurfcat, thank you. Thank you. I love all your subscriptions. Like, you're all great. I love you all so much. Who's your favorite Steven Universe character? Oh, I've had a few favorites, but I'd say Spinel because I felt like I related to her on some level. But yeah, she's definitely one of my favorites. I also love Peridot and White Diamond. Like, Peridot is so funny. Like, she cracked me up more than once, especially when she called Yellow Diamond, you know, a clod. And essentially got away with it even though she had a panic attack, and I thought that was awesome. Totally badass. One of the hand plates videos. Which one? There's lots of them. Maybe you might want to tell me which one. So is there going to be more of Glitch Tale voice actors or none? Well, I mean, I don't do Glitch Tale. I've done voiceovers for Glitch Tale, and I haven't done any for a while, but I think I'm gonna lean towards like different projects. It's possible that a few other voice actors and I might be working on Paper Trail at one point, but we just got to figure out a good start date for that. But when we figure that out, I'll put up an announcement on my community tab, and you guys will see it. Handplate series was my favorite, and you know what, Eclipse? The Handplates is one of my favorite stories too. I loved doing that, and I loved working with Zane, and Cello when she came in to voice Frisk/Radek. And it was such a good story. And, you know, I've talked to Zarla a few times, and she's awesome. And I just love her work. And I loved what Handplates was as a whole. And I'm glad that I got the ending that I got. You know, admittedly, I was sad when Handplates came to an end, but at the same time, I was happy. Happy that we got the ending that we were looking for, and you know, Gaster's free. He's got a second chance, and I love that. Do you have any suggestions for a fellow book writer? I've been working on it for a while, but I've never been satisfied with the outcome. Good question. Just for a fellow book writer, Well, I think the important thing is to, I'm just trying to think here. Gosh, you know, it's not often that I have people walk up to me and ask for advice about book writing. I will say that it's important to jot down notes about what you want to write. So before I write any book, I basically make blueprints for myself. And basically the blueprints are, you know, what the title of the book is going to be. And I write down like a mini paragraph for each chapter. So that way I know what it is I'm going to write and how long the book's going to be. So it's good to jot down notes. And it's also good to ask people for feedback too. So if you want like maybe a close friend or maybe a family member to read your book, then, you know, they'll help you with the draft. They'll give you some feedback. Maybe they'll point out some grammatical errors, because I've written my fair share, and I've had people point out some errors that I never noticed before, and they pointed them out for me. So yeah, it's always good to have like a small group of people to help you out with that. And it's also good to ask for advice on, you know, how do you want the story to end, basically. I hope that answers the question, but that's basically the long and short of it. Like, definitely, like, write out some notes and ask some people for advice, and just do what you're comfortable with. If you find the ending that you're looking for and you think that'll work with the story, by all means, go for it. It's your story. You do what you want to do. I like Jacksepticeye. He has a tasty shirt. I don't think shirts are edible, but I've never met Jacksepticeye. I believe your voice was made to perfectly fit Papyrus, Alphys, and Gaster. I have said to myself, July, that if I was to ever voice a character for like an official Undertale story or series, like an official Undertale TV series, like I would want to voice either Undyne or Alphys. Definitely Alphys. Possibly Papyrus. And we'll see about Gaster. Like if Toby Fox was to do like a TV series for Undertale one day, then yeah, I mean, I would totally love to be Alphys. I love speaking in this voice, and no one really knows it's me when I speak at this level. What was I doing again? The worst film you've ever seen so far. I don't think this one's very well known, but there was a movie called Boca. And what Boca was, my family and I checked it out a few years ago. I think this movie came out in like 2017. And what this movie was about was this young couple who decided to travel to Iceland for vacation. And then during their first night over, there's a whole light show, the Northern Lights, and suddenly everyone vanishes off the face of the earth, and they're the only ones left in the town. And the movie just didn't go anywhere. There was no resolution, there was no solution to the problem that they were in, and it was just a crappy ending. And I remember, like, I won't say specifically what happens, but I remember I was watching the ending of the movie with my brother and my dad, and my mom had gone up to bed because it was getting late. And the movie just suddenly ended, and we were like, what, that's it? That's ridiculous. So yeah, I think that was one of the worst movies I ever saw. I mean, not to like, bash the producers and the actors, because, they're just trying to do their job, but, it is what it is. It's just my opinion. I'm sure other people like the movie, but, it just wasn't my cup of tea. It's because of Transformers that Peter Cullen is my favorite voice actor. Yeah, Peter Cullen's great. I love him. I've met him 3 times, and, he's fantastic. And, one of these days I'm going to have to, like, put up the whole story of how I got to meet him and the things that he said to me before, because he said to me this one quote that I've carried with me for like the last 7 years, and he's left a significant impact on my life. Also, how's your cat doing? My cat's doing great. In fact, he is over there. July, that's him. That's my boy Romeo. He's a good boy. He's just chilling out in the sunlight. Yeah, we cuddle every single day. He's the best kitty. Will there be a video about Steven Universe Partners in Crime Chapter 2? Yes. As it stands right now, Jinxie, the artist, she's finishing up Chapter 2. I think she's got like 3 pages to go before it's finally done. Once that final page comes up, I'm going to get right to work on that thing. So hopefully it should be done by the end of this month. It looks that way. But I can't wait to put that up, and I'm very excited about this story and where it's going to go. Because I love like the first chapter, and I love how much traction it picked up. But it was, yeah, I'm going to get to work on that fairly soon. So definitely keep your eyes open. I promise you it's coming. I promise you it'll also be worth the wait. Amori Plushie says, by the way, I wanted to tell you in the last Handplates live stream, but I missed it since it was 1 a.m. for me. I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you thank you so much. I'm extremely grateful for you, Zane and Zarla. When I first found Handplates, I was at a really bad point in my life. I had a bad home, a bad mindset, blah, blah, blah. I was in the hospital, and I decided to keep going because I wanted to see the end. Now that ended, I'm at a point in my life where I want to live for myself, even though it's still hard. But I'm better now, and I really, really am. So grateful for you. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. You know what? You're freaking awesome. Okay? You have a lot of determination, a lot of perseverance. And I know that you've been through some hard times, but I promise you it's going to get better. And you made it this far. Don't stop. Always keep going. And every time you fall, you get right back up. And I believe in you. You know, Papyrus would say the same thing too. I believe in you, human. You can do anything you want, even if you don't think so. I promise. Do you work with Camila Cuevas because she's the one who made the animation and you decided to voice act it, right? No, I do not work with Camellia, but she did give permission to other voice actors and YouTubers who wanted to do voiceovers for her animations, as long as credit was given, of course. But yeah, I was one of those voice actors who decided to do my own take of certain animations, and yeah. And I did speak with her a few times before bad stuff happened, but yeah, I never really worked with her. The Russian dude asking the hot questions. How do you feel about LGBT? How do I feel? Well, I consider myself to be bisexual. What I feel is that, people should be who they want to be and love who they want to love, and anyone who's against that, I think they need to rethink their lives a little bit. I think, I fully support the LGBTQ community. Hands down. Like, if anyone knocked on my door and said that they needed a person to talk to and, they were going through something in their life and, they were being mocked or bullied for, their mindsets or what they thought or what they felt, I would invite them in, I would give them a hug, I would talk to them, I would embrace them, and I would say, I love you, you're doing great, you be you, okay? No matter what. You be yourself. Hi, you're pretty. Oh, Crystal, thank you. Thank you very much. Cherry Blossom says, I love your glasses. Well, thank you, but these actually aren't prescribed glasses. See, this is me without the glasses. And I've been wearing these a lot lately, so I kind of feel naked without them, but these are blue light glasses, so, at my main job and at my side job, which is my YouTube job, I stare at a computer screen for hours at a time. So, I figured if I'm going to do these things, then I got to protect my eyes a bit. So, I wear these to protect my eyes and also for cosmetic purposes. But I'm glad you love the glasses. I'm thinking about getting more like these because I like this retro look. Green is playing, and Preppy Fairy says hello. Hi, welcome. I started streaming like 23 minutes ago, so, yeah, welcome. We're just here to hang out and have fun. Shadow King says, thank you. Also, if you need an evil voice for a character, I can help with that, and it would be an honor too. So far, the worst movie I've seen is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. I've never seen that. I think it's a horror movie, right? Because I'm not a huge horror movie person. Although I have seen, a few clips here and there, like the non-scary clips. But, yeah, I've never seen Chainsaw Massacre, so I think I'd actually have to, actually see it before I could provide, like, a real opinion. Mimi Galaxy says, hey, I really like your dubbing. I'm a huge fan of people dubbing sad scenes and that you feel what the character is feeling even more through the dub because it is so well done. Well, thank you so much for your comment. Let's see, I'm just reading through comments here. Pardon me. Yeah, I mean, part of what voice acting is that you got to put yourself in the character's shoes. You have to understand what situation they are in order to portray the right emotion. How is a character feeling when such and such a thing happens? What facial expression are they making? Could their voice be cracking? It's really something you have to observe, really. Sorry, I'm just constantly checking on my cat in case he decides to chew up my blinds again. Pardon me, goodness. But yeah, I mean, emotion really comes from the scene itself, but and that in itself is a practice. Because let me see what else is there. Okay, Phoenix, life advice needed. How to write with a cool fountain pen without it smudging as a left-handed person. You know, I don't really have a fountain pen, so I couldn't tell you. But I would just say, like, be careful. And, you know, regardless of what hand you're using to write, like, maybe just, like, be really gentle with it. Like, I'm no expert and I've never used a fountain pen, but I would just say, you know, just take it slow and just be gentle with it. You were nice and kind. Oh, thank you, Gabriella. You're nice. You're really nice too. Do you want to dub more content from Zarla, like the Spamton and Addison's comic series? Possibly the Spamton series, but I think it's called defragmented or defragmentation. But Zane and I were talking about that, and I think we might do that too. But we'll see. Do you like Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Yes, I do. A little bit. I mean, I didn't read the books, but I did watch the 2010 movie, and I laughed a lot. And I think my brother read the books though when we were like kids in school. But yeah, I heard the books were great. Are you English? Like, do you mean like I have an English accent, or I live in the US, but there's that. Fake snore. What, Christian, am I putting you to sleep? I didn't mean to. No, don't. I also wear glasses, but just for reading and when looking at screens for ages. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, blue light glasses are really easy. They're really, really useful. So, you know, I've been wearing them a lot lately. And, you know, it feels weird to not wear them. Because I've been putting them on so frequently lately. So, you know, I think I'm just going to stick to that look. No, I did not drop it in dirt. Grow up. I'm afraid I don't know where that's from. Let me see. Do you know a voice actor called Fred Tatasciore? Yes. Yes, that name does ring a bell. I love his work. I think he was, oh golly, who was he in? Like, I know exactly who you're talking about. I think he was in Transformers recently. Like he was in the live action films, I think, at one point, or maybe I'm thinking about somebody else, but hang on, I'm just looking at his profile here. Oh, I forgot he was in Ben 10, like the original Ben 10 series in 2005. Yeah, God, he's been in a lot of cartoons, but yeah, some of these I grew up with. Holy moly. Let me see. He was... I thought he was in Transformers, but I must have been thinking about John DiMaggio or something. Oh, you interviewed him. That's really cool. Yeah, golly. I mean, that's... I can't say I've really interviewed anybody yet, but that's awesome that you got to do that. I've always wanted to try to dub some things, but I never had the chance to do it. I'm really bad at creating videos, so yeah, can't do it myself. Aw, you gotta give yourself more credit than that. I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, if you just, if you have a good mic, if you have, you know, if you have, like, a lot of optimistic attitudes, you can do anything you want. I mean, in my case, all I do is, like, scream into a microphone, and then I just put some pictures up with Movie Maker of all things. But yeah, come on, don't beat yourself down like that. You can do this. If you want to put up a dub out there, you go for it, okay? Don't let anybody stop you. Fred voiced Megatron in the Transformers Cybertron games. That's right! Oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, he was a good Megatron. I liked him. Is there any more voice acting or no? Yeah, there's going to be more voice acting content. And you know, I haven't been putting up stuff as frequently as I've been wanting to lately, but I promise there is more content to come. I've been very bad about that lately. Probably because I've been like set back by like, you know, real life stuff, and you know, I've been trying to overcome some writer's block on my end, so you know, that's not fun. But yeah, you're gonna hear plenty more from me, and I'm gonna keep at it for as long as I'm around. I promise you that. It may not be Glitch Tale, but it'll be other things too. Oh. Sorry, I just realized that I got some pictures in the background here. So. Yeah. Hi, Cyanic. How's it going? It's good to see ya. Ow. Sorry, I have some stitches in the back of my mouth because I had some wisdom teeth surgery a couple days ago, so you know the stitches are getting a little irritable. So you know I'm trying not to laugh and smile too much. But, hello, hi, welcome, Amy Luna. Good to see you. It's all right here. Are you well? Yes, Ionic, I'm doing okay. I was just saying to other people that I had some wisdom teeth removed back on Friday, but you know I'm in pretty good spirits overall. Let's see. I should try, but I'm a bit shy to start a project like that, and I don't know what music to use, and all mostly this. All right, Mimi. I know what that feels like, but sometimes it's good to like put yourself out there. Like, if you keep holding yourself back, then you're not going to do it. But if you take that jump, if you take that step forward, then you know you're going to go places. Like, even if it's just a voiceover or something, then you know it's really just a matter of taking the step forward to do what you want to do. And you know, it's scary to do that. But at the same time, it's fun. And after you do it the first time, it gets easier and easier. And soon, at some point, you overcome that shy feeling and you realize, you know what, you're going to be okay. So I encourage you, I dare you to try it. And I'll subscribe to you and I will cheer you on every step of the way. So don't be afraid. You've got this, okay? Your favorite Glitch Tale character, just curious. Gaster. Like, you know, I felt so bad for him with all the stuff that he went through, but, you know, for a while, he was one of my favorite incarnations of Gaster. You know, he went through some really hard things in season 2, but I'm hoping that, you know, he finds happiness. When are you going to collaborate? Maybe at some point in the future, I don't know. You from it's United States? Yeah, I'm in the US. I'm not gonna say where in case someone's looking for me, but yeah, I'm in North America. But let's see. I love your Steven Universe shows, especially about Little Rose. Oh, yeah. Doing those Little Rose comics was so much fun. I actually put up another one like a few weeks ago just for like old time's sake, and it was one that I missed, but yeah, I loved doing the Baby Rose comics because those were so much fun to do. First question I asked Fred was about Megatron. I asked if he did his own take or an impression of someone, and he confirmed it was his own take, and I also got the blessing of Frank Weller on it. Frank Welker? That's awesome. Yeah, good for him. I mean, yeah, Fred was awesome as Megatron, and I played like the first War for Cybertron game with my brother, and you know that was one of those games that I grew up with when I was in high school. It was total blast. I would play it again for sure. It was a great motivational speech. Yeah, you know, I trip and stumble on my words sometimes, especially when I don't think through what I'm gonna say, but you know, I'm glad you think so. Thanks for the support. I'll try when I have the time and if I found it. Yeah, do it, Mimi. I believe in you. You've got this. I'm gonna cheer you on every step of the way. I promise you've got this. What's your YouTube channel or such called content about? Well, this is Phoenix Prime. I'm Phoenix Prime, and I just do voiceovers of like stuff related to like Undertale, Deltarune, Steven Universe. And I've collaborated with a bunch of people, especially my friend Zane, who is awesome and I respect dearly. And yeah, I mean, we just do some voice acting. We have fun. We put up some funny stuff too, and you know, it's great. And you know, I like to try to build up a community where people can like talk and, you know, open up a bit and, you know, just bond, really. Like I like to put up videos where people can like bond and connect, and that's really one of the things that I want to do. And also I like to think about Stan Lee, may he rest in peace. I think about something that Stan Lee said a long time ago, and that was like, if you know that you're entertaining people, you're doing something right. And you know, I take that to heart. And well, the channel is where it's at right now, so I think I'm doing something right. Can you make one when Little Rose is an adult? That would be up to the artist, and even then I would have to ask permission. Like if the artist decides to make like a comic about, you know, Rose being an adult, then I would have to like ask permission to see if I could do a voiceover for that one too. But maybe we'll see. I'll ask him. Welcome from Hungary. Baguette Sense. Hey, welcome. Baguette Sent. Yeah, it's nice to meet you. I'm Phoenix Prime. It's nice to finally see you. Bye, I have to go now. I have school tomorrow, and thank you really much. I really enjoy this, and I hope your teeth heal good and fast. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day at school tomorrow, and keep close to your friends, stay true to yourself, and don't ever give up, okay? You have a good one. Are you single? Yes, I'm single, but, you know, I'm fairly happy. I'm seeing someone at the moment, but, you know, we'll see where that goes. I like Gaster too. Best Gaster personality of any Gasters, in my opinion. Let's see, I'm just looking. If you want to see my experience as a voice actor, I'm doing an audio series called Hound, a Transformers story which takes place in the first 3 films, but from Hound's point of view in the story. Ooh, that sounds fun. I would totally want to see that because, you know, I love Transformers and, you know, I'm familiar with Hound and, you know, I think that would be awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun. What's your favorite game? I've had a few favorite games growing up. One of my favorite games was Sly Cooper. Some of you may know that, but some of you may know what Sly Cooper is, but Sly Cooper was one of the Sucker Punch games for like the early 2000s, and you know, I played that game frequently when I was a kid, and I just loved like the feeling of adventure and, you know, pickpocketing people and beating up bad guys, and it was such a fun game with such a fun story, and I loved it. And I also played Okami. Like some of you may be familiar with Okami. It's also a PlayStation game. It's fun. You know, I haven't played those games in years, but those are some old favorites. But I haven't been really into gaming lately because I don't do much gaming in general, but I still have a huge soft spot for Deltarune and Undertale. Come to think of it, I should try to play again one day. Good chill after the mess it's gone through made me realize that the scenario is only good on the surface. Line, if you dig into the lines, you see that's not well written even for Gaster. Yeah, I admit it was... Yeah, I mean, obviously there were some things that were just meh. But, you know, there were, growing up, there were highlights about it that I appreciated, and Gaster was one of them. But, you know, looking back, there were some stuff that didn't make sense to me. But, you know, it is what it is, and it's out there. But, you know, we'll see what goes on from there. But, so that's what you look like. Yep. Hi. Nice to meet you, Preston Andre's Movies. Nice to meet you. I love your hair. Thank you. You know, I actually dyed this like ruby red last year, so all my natural colors are back. But yeah, I'm keeping it short because, you know, it's less maintenance, but you know, I've gotten a lot of compliments about it at work, so I think I'm gonna keep it at this style. And that with the glasses, so you know, come to think of it, I think I'm starting to look like Harry Potter. I think I need the scar. Favorite game is Grand Theft Auto. I've heard of that game. It sounds like fun. Never played it, and come to think of it, there's a lot of games that I haven't played yet, but that's awesome. Do you ever work with other voice actors? Yes, I do. As you've seen in my handplates videos, I've worked with Ender King Dubs, who voiced Sans and Asgore, and he was fabulous to work with. I loved what he did. And I've worked with dozens of other voice actors too. I worked with Audio Spawn Suzy Bubbles, like he's fantastic. I worked with Ilya Boter, I worked with Chelchicita. There's a lot of people that I've worked with that I can't think of all the names off the top of my head, but you know, they all deserve a huge shout out, and they deserve so much support for all the things that they've done, and I love them all and respect them all very much. And you know, sometimes we don't talk much, but you know, I'd like to fix that. But they're all fantastic, and they're all very talented. What's your favorite voice character to voice act? I've had a few favorites. Probably Papyrus. Papyrus is one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites for sure, but I've had a few handfuls, like, you know, Alphys and Undyne and Spinel from Steven Universe. I liked voicing White Diamond. Like, when I started putting up White Diamond videos, like, those videos went nuts, especially after the end of season 5 of Steven Universe. So, yeah, I have so many favorites, but yeah, I definitely love doing, like, Spinel, Papyrus, and all those other guys. What if the world was an egg? Well, we'd all be treading on eggshells, I think. A lot of what people my age found really interesting about the game was either just edginess or common in older games we haven't played yet. What was your first reaction when you saw you got to 100,000 subs? I almost cried. And I almost cried out of happiness and gratitude. And I was just so happy. And you know, that this channel wouldn't be where it is without any one of you guys. And I mean that. I'm not just saying that. And I'm happy where we are. I'm happy with how far we've come. And I'm happy doing what I do for you guys. And, you know, I love it all. I love you guys. You guys are freaking fantastic. I'm so sad that Camila said that the animation for the prequel won't be canon anymore. Even the Gaster one, which was really good. Let's forget about the hate. It was awful. Really? I didn't get that. But, yeah, I heard some things about the prequel that I'm not particularly fond of. And I don't want to discuss that too much because I think you guys know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, that's the thing. Are you old? I'm in my 20s. But some people tend to look at me and they think that I'm like a teenager in high school. And I'm like, no, you flatter me, but no. Zai, no one ever pronounces my last name right. Dude, I feel you. And if I mispronounced your last name, I'm sorry, but I feel your pain because no one could spell my last name right. And for that matter, my first name in high school. And it drove me nuts. But it's okay. I know how you feel. And if I mispronounce your last name, I'm sorry. Are you into John Wick? I've heard of John Wick. I've never really got into it. I was more like I'm more like a sci-fi fantasy gal, especially with fantasy. But and I also liked James Bond growing up. But I never really watched John Wick. I should give it a try sometime. Do you think you'll ever dub more of the Handplates mini comics someday? Just a question, no pressure. You don't have to dub it if you don't want to. Maybe. Just to spare some time. I mean, there are some more like the Gaster Alphys comics that I'd like to do. I think I will do them just to pass the time, but yeah, it's been a while. I'd like to fix that. What's your favorite Undertale character? Can be from alternate universes. Gaster is still a favorite. Like, I love W.D. Gaster, and I actually bumped into him in during a genocide route once when I was in college, and that was a complete surprise. Sadly, I lost the picture, but I still remember it as clear as crystal because I was just freaking out the whole time. I'm 23 and I will be 24 on Christmas Day. You were born on Christmas Day? Wow, that's a heck of a birthday. Well, hey, when we get closer to Christmas, I'll say happy birthday. Do you like Helva Boss? I only saw the first chapter. Like, I think only the prelude and the first chapter. And I do like it. I have to watch more of it. But there was a scene that involved the main character shredding his cell phone in a blender that I was just cackling. It made me laugh so hard. Like, I cried throughout that whole sequence because I don't exactly blame him for shredding up his cell phone. What were you studying in college? I went in for an English major and a theater minor, so it was a bachelor's degree overall, but yeah, I went in for writing and acting. And I get to use my degree in a sense. I mean, I've self-published a couple books and I do voice acting on YouTube, so huzzah. Do you have a favorite football team? No, sorry to disappoint, but I'm not really into football. But yeah, sorry. I could use more female voices. Yeah, dude, I mean, my schedule's fairly open and I'm not really, stiff around the job too much except for the stitches, but dude, if you need voices, hit me up. It's totally fine. What's the best social media site to message you to ask about voice acting inquiries? Discord. You can find me on Discord. So I believe I'm Phoenix Prime 4556. So if you want to talk to me, Lucamus, by all means hit me up. Yeah, Preston, I'm on Discord. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if you just type in like Phoenix Prime, you can find me. But me, my fave Helva Boss characters are Stolas and Asmodeus. Are so cool and charismatic. Stolas I'm familiar with because I saw him in the very beginning. Asmodeus, I'm afraid I don't know who that is because I've yet to catch up on the series. Poland, who? Oh, dude, are you from Tomek? Are you from Poland? That's awesome. Yeah, golly, I've never been to Poland. The farthest I've gone east is Paris. When I just graduated from high school, and that was a treat in itself. But yeah, I'd love to do more traveling, and maybe I'll try Poland one day. Maybe, we'll see. Have you ever watched Meta Runner? No, I have not. In fact, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. You'll find that, I'm slightly uncultured. But yeah, there's some cartoons I haven't watched yet, some video games I haven't played yet, and I'm an old lady. I'm a little behind on the times, but yeah, well, I'll look it up. Watching, listening, the hand plates from you was like experiencing it again from the first time. Oh, I love it so much, dude. I love your enthusiasm about it. Yeah, I mean, if I could do it again, I would, though probably not for 6 whole years. I mean, yeah, that took 6 years to do, but yeah, I love doing hand plates. What would you say is the best movie you've seen so far? I've seen a lot of good movies. I think one of my old favorites is Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Like, that was such a fun experience from the first time I watched it, and it still has like a special place in my heart to this day, so I think that's still a favorite of mine. Do you know the series Good Omens? Heard of it, never watched it, but I know it's all over Tumblr and that people are awesome, that people love it. Hi, Brooklyn. Nice to meet you. You are game Roblox? I've never even played Roblox. Yeah, sorry. What's your Discord again? So Discord, I'm just Phoenix Prime, but I'm pretty sure if you just like type me in, you'll find me. But Meta Runner is a series about a cyborg made by a guy who posts random videos. All of the series are on the channel Glitch. I believe you should check it out sometime. Yeah, I'll look into it. Maybe I've seen it or maybe I haven't. And if I have, maybe I just forgot what the name of it was, but yeah, I'll look into it later. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, Brooklyn, nice to meet you. Yeah, we're just streaming, hanging out, just having fun. Nothing too crazy. Although, we've been at this for 50 minutes now, so I think I'm just gonna wrap things up fairly soon. But yeah, that and the corners of our mouth are getting a little irritated with me talking too much. Yeah, oops. I'm not tasting blood, at least. That's good. Yeah, for those who just got here, I had wisdom teeth surgery 2 days ago, so. Can you make a Steven Universe episode, The Pink Pearl's Eye is Fixed? Well, I can't make the episodes. I mean, that was Rebecca Sugar's series, but if you're asking about like a comic where her eye could be fixed, like, I could probably find someone to do that, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm making my own webcomic, which is the central character's Gaster. Dude, that's Mimi. That's awesome. If you need a voice for that, let me know. Just hit me up anytime. It's been worth every minute, Prime. Yeah, dude, this whole thing has been worth it. I'll have to do more of these streams just for fun. Maybe like a late night vlog or a late night stream or something, just to like talk with anyone who needs to talk. I like your hair. It looks really soft. Thank you. All it is just shampoo and water. That's it. I don't do any like fancy formulas or anything like that. I just, shampoo and I just go to bed. I'm going to see if there's any comments I did miss. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to wrap things up. But this was fun. I'm glad we got to talk and chill out for a few minutes, for 52 minutes now. But all right, the friend request is sent. I made Lego Storytime vids, like The Odd One is out, and Jade Animations also make Lego Smosh vids. Can you say my name, please? Mohammed Yassina Mustafa. Did I say that right? If I said it wrong, I apologize. I'm terrible at pronouncing things sometimes. But Mohammed, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Please do more of these. I do streams usually every Saturday, but I couldn't do them recently due to having moved house. There's no internet till Tuesday. Well, I hope you get internet soon. If you stream, I'll swing by and say hi. I think I shall go. It's getting a bit late here, but it was nice listening to you talk. Have a good day and take care. Yeah, you too, July. It was really good to see you. Love you, girly. Like your hair color. Oh, thank you. You guys are all precious. Oh, almost dropped my phone. Yeah, I said it right. Yes. All right. Yay. There's hope for me yet. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here, and I got to get going. And frankly, the corners of my mouth are starting to hurt. But yeah, you guys are all awesome. We'll definitely do this again sometime, even if it's just by surprise. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. All right. Peace out. Good night. Good day. Good night. Wherever you are. Bye.